You mentioned that baseball in general is kind of becoming a young kids game as far as the players that are at their peak. When you look at what you have, the young talent coming up, maybe not specifics, but you also have guys like Paul Goldschmidt, Matt Carpenter, who are part of this core. Some of those young guys trying to earn that spot. You don't necessarily have the draft options that some other teams do to create that young talent. How do you kind of find your way into that when, as you said, those are the guys that are at the top of the sport?
Well, I would say this, that we've always been very cognizant of that, and when you go out and trade for someone like Paul Goldschmidt, part of that trading thinking was, well, can we sign him? And then, part of that is the expectations of performance. Now, if he was putting up 900 OPS right now, we really wouldn't be worried about, really, is he blocking anybody? Now, Carp's having a tough year, and you could argue he is, but when you look at his contract, it's really one more guaranteed plus potential option. I don't really see that as like if the performance just doesn't change, where it would be a true roadblock for someone. But ultimately, we are trying to create that space, and I think back to maybe more like along the lines of like when we did Dexter Fowler, didn't really realize some of the talent that we had coming, like a Bader, for example, and how quickly that would have moved. But in the end, you've got to perform. This game is pretty simple when you look at how you think about building a club. You've got to have people that are contributing. And so, regardless of age, are we getting that kind of contribution? Now, to your point though, when somebody like a Dylan Carlson is starting to make a name for himself, will we have a spot for him when he's ready? I assure you we'll be thinking through that.